Hello everyone and welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Wasn't here last week, no particularly sort of interesting reason, just work got very busy, retail, Christmas, very intense. This is a very short video just to say that obviously Whisky of the Year will be coming up quite soon. We've got some big contenders, very big contenders. Even whiskies which didn't quite make like top grade, still quite interesting releases. I was struggling for interesting releases throughout most of the year, and then several sort of came along at once. But this video is more about a bit of interaction with all of you. I know that when we do bring out the Whisky of the Year video, the comment section below will be full of all of your interesting takes on your personal whiskies of the year and what you thought was good and what you thought was bad. So I would be intrigued to know that a little bit earlier on. So I'm going to ask you about that now. What is your Whisky of the Year? Why is it your Whisky of the Year? Was it a surprise to you? Was it not a surprise? Was it something that you knew was coming out and you thought, that's going to be great? Or was it just something which really sort of sucker punched you out of nowhere? Because mine, well, both of mine, the two contenders, both sucker punched me out of nowhere. I was intrigued by them, I purchased them, and I was like, wow, that is quite extraordinary. So, I ask all of you, comment below your Whisky of the Year. I would also like to know two other things. One, well, Whisky of the Year. Two, did you have a separate surprise of the year? Because I certainly did. I would be intrigued to know what whisky surprised you all this year. Three, maybe a little bit of a hot topic, and maybe it's a little bit, I can't even think of the word, the whisky you liked the least this year. Not hated, because hate is a strong word, but just the whisky that you tried and you were like, nah, not for me. Could be anything, could be numerous things. But yeah, that's all I really want to know. We will be back to filming regularly quite soon, hopefully in January. We have some huge bottles to review. One of them is just possibly the best whiskey from a country that I've ever tried. The other one is a bottle of whiskey which I don't think anyone has reviewed yet. Managed to get hold of one. And some quite interesting whiskey from Ireland too. But yes, this is a very short, very succinct video. I want to know what your Whisky of the Year is. I want to know what your surprise of the year is. And I want to know what the whisky that you didn't like this year was. You can use the word hate if you want. That's your personal choice. But I would just like to know what's feeling in the audience. What are the audience feeling? Because we're approaching nearly 10,000 subscribers. Which isn't something which has ever really registered with me. And only when I was walking home from work the other day, I was like, Jesus, 10,000 people. It's a lot of people. So thank you all so much for that. When we do hit 10,000, there is an amazing whiskey to open, which is just down there. But yeah, I want to know those three things. So thank you all for watching. I look forward to replying in those comments, and I'll see you all next week. Cheers.